Good morning, traders. This is a live trade recap. I took 3 trades this morning between 9:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I have them all on video. I'm going to show you everything that happened right now. It's a break-even day. The first 2 trades failed. The last trade went to 2R, and that's where I stop. Either I have 3 losses and I stop, or I have a trade that goes to 2R and I stop no matter what. All right, so as always, I start with my screener. Right now, I'm just trading mid-cap stocks. And you saw on my account page that I am green and up a considerable amount today. That's because of my SPXL swing trade. So here's the mid-cap screener. Make sure that you always click the little 3 dots, click on modify, otherwise your filters may not be applied. And then you could double check to make sure that you're just seeing the stocks in the price range that you have set. I have mine set to from $5 to $100, so I can click on this and see that that's what I'm getting. I organize it by volume, and then I just pick the stocks that are trading with. Depends on the day. If it's a slower day, I will look at stocks at 500,000 shares or more, since it's right at the open. So you're starting at 0. So if you get 500,000 shares traded in the first minute or 2, then that's a lot of volume. And then if it's a busier day, then I may focus on just the 1 million share size or larger. And of course, just looking at the stocks that are green, because I'm trading long positions, meaning that I want to buy and see the price go up and then sell it for a higher price for a profit. So let's take a look at the video now, and we'll see what met my screener criteria. CLOV was up there, but it wasn't trading above the previous day high. That's what this yellow line marks out, or previous session. So it includes the aftermarket and the pre-market. So there were no trades for me to take on CLOV. It didn't break out through that previous high all day, or at least all morning that I was watching it. And then I also checked the daily chart and make sure that all the stocks are trading above the 200 MA. So all of these stocks that you see here on the right-hand side, they all met the screener criteria. They were all trading above the 200 MA. And BBY actually triggered an entry that I missed. And then if you watched my video yesterday, you know that I got in on a stock that I missed the entry. I got in on the retest, but I didn't wait until the stock hit my exact price that I would have originally entered on. And I ended up losing the trade because of that, because it did go to 2R on that price, but the price that I got in at, which was a little bit higher, I got stopped out on. So that was a new rule that I added to my plan yesterday, that I must wait until the price comes back down to the exact price that I would have entered at, which, let's see if I could find it on BBY here. Yeah, well, there we go. So the high of that candle that I'm hovering over right now is 31.61. So that means that I need to see 31.62 here in order to get back in. So let's see what happened. Let me just show you that in real time. We back up a little bit. Okay, so 31.63, there's 31.62, and you saw it triggered my hotkeys immediately. I got a little bit of slippage, but at least I did the right thing. I waited until I saw 31.62, so I gave myself the best chance of this trade working out. And I moved my stop loss up to the low of the previous candle, or 1 cent below. So I was happy, very happy with that trade, the way that it was executed. And I used my new rule that I added into my plan yesterday. So here I am using my 2R calculator. You can download this from the Facebook trading group by the same name, Trading Armor. Super handy to have that. So now I'm moving my profit target in place, which is always 2 times my risk. That way 1 winner can knock out 2 losers. You can see the NDM is flushing really hard, so eventually I replaced that with another stock, since that the likelihood of that coming back up to the previous high is very low. And there was quite a few stocks on the screener that were meeting my criteria. So SKLZ was also another one I was watching very closely. It had this beautiful run here at the open. It was trading higher than the previous day. It was above the 200 MA, all that good stuff. So now I'm just waiting for a pullback on that one. And as I said, I was checking out other stocks. So let's fast forward a little bit. On this first BBY trade, I get stopped out. And when that happens, my plan says that as long as the price doesn't come down below point A, which would be $30.74, then I can get in on the next 1 minute candle that makes a new high. So I was watching for that, but it did end up flushing down through point A, I should say, and therefore I could no longer look for trades on BBBY until it made a brand new high. But you can see I just entered SKLZ. I was waiting for a pullback. We got it right here. And then as soon as this 1 minute candle was broken, I entered. And things were looking pretty good so far. And then I get flushed out real quick. Let me see if I can show you that. Yeah, real time. There we go. So it started to take off and then just reversed and flushed me out. But again, just like on the BBBY trade, my job now is to look for the next entry. I can do that up to 3 times. As soon as I lose 3 trades, I have to stop. That way I keep myself from making too many losses. So right here, I was checking the daily charts, and SKLZ had just triggered my next entry. This candle broke out slightly above that candle by 1 cent. So again, doing the same thing as if I miss the entry on the way down, I have to wait for the price to hit my actual desired entry. So that's what I was looking for over here, 2034. Let's watch this little bubble right here. It's coming very soon here. 2034 is what I'm looking for. As soon as I see that, I'll trigger my hotkeys. There's 33, 34, and you can see the little flash. Trigger my hotkeys. I get filled at 2032 because the price was bouncing around a little bit. And then I move my stop up to the low of this candle here, or 1 cent below that. And use the 2-hour calculator once again to find my profit target. So 2058 is the profit target, and this is the 3rd trade. The first 2 were losers. So as long as this one doesn't stop me out, which it got close, well, kind of close, it got it within like 8 cents, then I could still look for other trades while this one is going on. So I was kind of hoping FSLR would break out through the previous high, and or LAZR would break out through the previous high, then give me a pullback, and I could take a trade. This one was looking like it's going to stop me out. Again, don't ever judge your trades. Go into your trade with a plan and execute it, and then just stick with the plan, because it looks like this one's going to be another failed trade. And if I was, not confident in my plan, I might just stop out early, take a smaller loss, something like that. And then FSLR did finally break up through the previous high, but it never gave me a pullback. Well, it never gave me an entry after a pullback, I should say. And LAZR never quite broke out through the previous high. All right, so now look at what's happening over here with SKLZ. It looked like a loser. It looked like it was going to stop me out again, but I don't judge my trades. I only judge the entries, making sure that I take a high probability entry. And once I do that, then I just let the trade play out. It either hits my stop loss at -1R or my profit target at 2R, 2 times my risk. So here it went up to 2053. Again, back in the day, I probably would have gotten scared and said, oh, that was so close to my target. Let me just move the target down and get filled wherever I can, leaving many cents on the table per share. And what happens is when you stop out of your next trade at 1R, then that winner gets wiped out. But if you just let it go to 2R, then that trade can be very helpful in the long run, because it cancels out 2 losing trades. And that's risk management. So I'm just trying to show you this getting hit in real time. So FSLR was starting to pull back, but if this thing hit my target before I got an entry, then I can't take an entry, because that's one of my rules, is if one of my trades goes to 2R, then I stop trading. That way I don't give back any profit or turn a break-even day into a red day. So there's the 2058. I get filled. And that's that. So once that happens, I can't look for any more trades. So that was the end of the trade day. The only other thing on this video is me moving my stop up on my SPXL trade, which is doing really well. S&P 500 is just making new highs. now, so that's pretty cool for those that are trading that stock. And so this is me showing you my P&L for the day. So SPXL is a swing trade, so that doesn't count. That's not for day trading, at least. Sklz was the stock that I took the 2 trades on, and still came away green on that one, even though the first one lost. Again, P&L doesn't matter right now. We're just trading one share. We're collecting data. And then BBY, that one trade lost 41 cents. But again, P&L is totally meaningless right now. Just trading one share, collecting win rate data. So today we're break even with a 33% win rate. Better than a red day, that's for sure. And right now the average of all of my win rate so far, but we've only taken, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trade days with this plan. The average after 5 days is 30%, so we're hovering right around break even right now, so that's fine. And then we've done 17 trades so far. We need to get to 100 before we could say whether or not this is really a profitable system. And again, we're hovering right around break even with our actual trades. We've won 5 out of 17. And then the win rate without any errors, so meaning if I would trade this plan perfectly, this is a reflection of the plan itself, not my trading, then we would be profitable, 38.46%. The average of all those numbers is about 34%, so that's profitable. And then this is another new piece of data that I'm collecting, which is pretty interesting so far, is I figured, well, what if I made a rule like I used to in the pre-market where I would only take 3 trades no matter what, maximum of 3 trades. And so that means that I would go up to trade 3 here and count all those and then ignore from trade 4 on, which you can see are all red so far. And that would make my win rate 38.46%, which is profitable. So after 100 trades, or maybe, somewhere around there, I may make a rule in the plan saying that I can only take 3 trades no matter what happens, and we'll see if it makes sense to do that. If I start winning those later trades and it brings my win rate up, then of course I'll allow myself to take up to 10 trades. So anyway, that's it for the trade recap. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. As always, whether you're test trading or you're trading full position size, trading options, investing, swinging, whatever, go into every single trade with a plan and stick to that plan no matter what. Honor your profit targets, take your stop losses, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.